Hi there, and welcome to the final match in the Championship Division here at UK HADO, with all matches held at HADO Arena Coventry. It's the final match in the Championship Series, and this is Universe A against Wolfpack. Both teams have won a match, but nothing cleanly yet. So both got points on the board, but this particular match is going to decide the winning team for the Championship Division. As always, it's our 7 game format. Nice little graphic on screen there gives you a quick reminder about what those games are, how they work. If you want to have a look at understand this more in more depth, have better information on it, please check out our video that explains the league format with more detail. So we have Wolfpack playing on blue and Universe A on red. Both teams currently in position to win the division. Universe A very much trying to get back into the Premiership division, which they got relegated from at the end of last season. Wolfpack obviously wouldn't find a chance at an advantage either. Slight early lead here for Wolfpack, on 20 seconds play. Universe A pulling it back to even though. Both teams focusing on firepower builds for this first game. This first game is our freestyle, is an open freestyle game. So no restrictions on how the players play, what points they spend, how they spend them. It's just a straight game of HADO. Wolfpack single point lead here at the halfway mark now. Spread across the team in terms of their knockouts. Universe A starting to pull ahead now slightly, but Wolfpack fighting back. Just 1 point separating them as we come on the 22nd mark. 2 points now to Universe A. Fantastic, trying to say double kill, triple kill there from Wolfpack, snatching this lead round. As you said before, in a number of matches, unless you got at least a 3 point lead in these 3v3 games, or 4 point lead in these 3v3 games, you haven't got a lead at all, because the whole thing can flip in an instant like it's just there. So 2 point lead for Wolfpack coming to the final seconds, and Wolfpack take the game. Really good play from the lads there. As you've seen, both teams there fighting really well. Universe A with regularly ahead in the early parts of the game, and then Wolfpack really putting the pressure on and accelerating as they came into the last 15 seconds or so of gameplay, and pulling the match away from Universe A with that fantastic triple knockout that flipped the game around. So Wolfpack normally a straight junior team. For today they've got a stand-in substitute, which is the adult player with them. And if you're watching on our those sort of match results and the various tallies, it's a great indication about why the sport has no age categories of any kind, because in most sports you'd expect him to be the standout stronger player on that team with 2 junior players, and that is certainly not the case. So players get themselves prepped up now. Moving into game 2. Game 2 is the scale 1 match. So here players not to spend any points on their bullet scale stat. Generally points here get spread across shot speed and charge rate. Occasionally we see people drop a couple of points into shields, but there's so much charge rate on the pitch, it is pretty much a waste of time. The other team are just going to focus fire and obliterate the shields so rapidly, but as fundamentally won't really have any effect on the gameplay, and it just ends up as dead points because you've used them, you've wasted them, and you've now not got the firepower that the other team have got. So just waiting for our 100 seconds recovery clock to tick down. All the teams get themselves prepped and ready to go for game 2. Here we go. HADO fight. So this game is all about accuracy. Scale 1 makes it pretty much impossible to get those one-shot kills. So you hit the centre of the target for a single takedown off a single shot. So you have to chip away at your opponent's life markers, making a much lower point scoring round and much harder to close the gap if one team really starts to get momentum going and move away from the other. So just 1 point in it here with 30 seconds played. Good play from both sides, real nice accurate shots coming out. Universe A just start to pull ahead now, 3 point lead here, back to 2 point lead as you go past the halfway mark. 1 point lead again. Wolfpack fighting back here nicely and pulled it back to even. USA adding a 1 point onto the tally. Going up to try to focus fire onto each of the Wolfpack players in turn to try and take them out. Front player there from USA calling targets as they move. Wolfpack have pulled it back to level though. Coming into the final sort of phase of the match here. Regularly see quite big sprints from both teams as you come into these dying seconds. Pretty much if you've got charge in the bank, you may as well throw it out there. That's a point lead there for Wolfpack. It's only a 2 point lead for Wolfpack. And Wolfpack take the second game. And clearly, just because it needs to be said, because I know he's going to watch these videos, it's blue player 4 there, failing to score. Certainly being carried by his 2 younger teammates. Actually, 35 and 34% accuracy there from blue 5 and blue 6. On the scale 1 match, that is an impressively high accuracy rate, especially for 2 players to have that on the same team in the scale 1 game. That's really, really good play from both of them. And again, red 2 also at a similar sort of level there on accuracy. Probably up for game 3. Game 3 is the 2v2 freestyle. So no restrictions on how you spend your points, but only 2 players on each side of the pitch, which alters your tactics, gameplay style, and how the game flows. Generally here, the ideal is to try to identify the weaker player on the other side, if there is one, and focus fire them to begin with both your players, and then move that across, and then basically bounce player to player. So you're trying to keep one of your opponents locked out at all times. Obviously, it halves incoming fire. That means you've got twice as many shots going in on the active player, making it far more likely to land those hits. It's also one of those rounds where, I mean, communication is important anyway, but in the 2v2 it's absolutely critical, because if you're taken out and your teammate is unaware of that fact, they've got no awareness that they're about to have twice as much firepower coming at them, which means they're far more likely to get hit because they're not had that warning that they need to really step up their dodging and movement. So here we go, 2v2 freestyle. First points on the board there for USA. Wolfpack answering though pretty much straight away. Calls from teammates on both sides there. Both USA and Wolfpack's teammates calling shots for their respective teams. Wolfpack edging ahead with USA answering straight back again. So 4 points apiece as we approach the halfway mark. Shields there from USA just to try and break the flow of play up a little. Unfortunately, pulls down the front edge there from Wolfpack, which cost them a point. So just 1 point in it, 30 seconds to go. 2 points in it. Wolfpack move the scoreline back in their favour, or are we going to see a win for USA? Wolfpack have equalised just over the 20-second mark there. Now edging ahead. Seeing this pattern quite regularly. Wolfpack slightly down as they come up to the 15-second mark, and then really hitting the accelerator and pulling away with their opponents as they come into the final stretch of the game. And we are going to overtime. So 8 points apiece. 10-second recovery to try and get your breath back. You don't regain any of your life markers or shields, and it's the first knockout on any player to take the game. That's a fantastic shot there from the front player on Wolfpack, which was good because the USA Fire was quite clearly about to concentrate on his teammate who'd only got 1 life marker left in play. But phenomenal play there. 9 knockouts, 58.9% accuracy from blue player 5. Blue player 4 failing to score. Okay, so tactical discussions and getting ready for our next game is our Shields game. This is game 4. It's the Shields 8-point game. Hopefully, Wolfpack have learned from their previous match, where they forfeited this game due to having insufficient points spent on Shields. We're a repeat of that. It's a very unfortunate way to give away a match, not give away a game. Fortunately, it didn't cost the match, but it could easily have done so, because they were very close in that previous matchup against T-Wolves. Stats being checked. Everyone getting the prep ready. We'll wait for the recovery clock to finish ticking down. So for the last of the players to get themselves set and tallied into game. Here we go. Game 4. Nice open shield position there from USA. And Wolfpack has spent 7 points on shields again. So that is a second forfeit of a shields game for Wolfpack. Looks like the game's going to be allowed to play out to see where it would go. But that is two matches on the trot where Wolfpack have forfeited the shield game due to simply not spending enough points. That's a huge blunder for them. They're such a strong and capable team, and to make that sort of once is bad to do. 2 matches on the trot. That's poor judgment across the team there. Piece and 8-7. So it was a win for Universe A anyway, but it would have been an automatic forfeit for Wolfpack had they won anyway. So it's useful to have the game practice, but unfortunately that's all that was, just a practice game, with Universe A taking that as an automatic win. Wolfpack really need to make sure they never make that mistake again, because that's just cost them, well, cost them the game against T-Wolves, because they would have won it had they spent the points correctly. Instead they forfeited. Here they lost the game anyway, but it was still an automatic forfeit. Getting ready now to move into game 5. Game 5 is the 1v1 freestyle. So no restrictions on how you spend your points, but single player on each side. Meta here tends towards high shot size, high shot speed, low charge, and no points and shields. It's the most common meta that we see across the players. See whether it holds true for this game. And this is also it's our final round of games in the December league tournaments. It's our final matchup. So after this match, we'll be moving on to our promotion and relegation games as well. Be interested to see whether we get any movement there between the different divisions from those challenge matches. Both players are pretty much ready to go. Just waiting for the clock to finish ticking down to get us through our 100-second recovery and into game. Now, both players here are, again, very good one-on-one players. Team from Universe A not having the greatest run so far in this tournament, but historically a very good 1v1 player. See if he's found his form in this match, or whether Wolfpack are going to continue to dominate. Here we go. HADO fight. Yep, very close very similar builds from both sides, slightly more charge on Wolfpack, slightly larger shot size from USA. Generally, we see here a huge advantage to the player that gets the first knockout, because they can try and maintain momentum. But he had only got a single life marker left, so nice return there from Wolfpack, 1 point apiece, and good opening shot. USA unfortunately pausing just as they came back into play, allowing Wolfpack to get that the shot in. Nice simultaneous KOs there on the halfway mark. So it is 2 points apiece. Really difficult to call this in any way at this stage. Both players pretty evenly matched here. And USA pulling ahead by a point. 20 seconds left to play. Another simultaneous knockout. USA still with a point advantage coming to the last 10 seconds. And a fantastic one shot there from Wolfpack. USA moved in to try to get a shield up to fend off the attack. Single life marker in play here for USA, full life marker for Wolfpack as the overtime ticks down. Obviously it's the first knockout that takes this, so odds are very much currently in Wolfpack's favour. Shield up from USA there to try and get a little bit of breathing space. Not really managed to help them in any way there against Wolfpack. First chip off on Wolfpack, and Wolfpack gets the hit. So that's a knockout in overtime for Wolfpack. Bit of a pitch celebration there from both teammates and training partners from T-Wolves. And that's a 5-4 win for Wolfpack in Game 5. Really nice matchup. That one very even play. Both players pretty much mirroring each other in movement and pattern as they shifted around the court there. 114 meters movement there from USA. It's not too shabby either. You cover a lot more ground during those 1v1 games because obviously you've got the whole court to yourself. You can shift around. You're looking to open up space from that incoming fire, make yourself as hard to hit as you can. So getting prepped now for Game 6. Game 6 is the HADO 20. So see those skill points that come up on either on the bottom corners of the screen as we're going through. Those rates the 4 abilities that the players have. They start with one level in each ability. So across a team of 3, that means you have 12 levels of ability when you automatically before you start. And then players have 6 bonus points each that they can use to boost those stats with. For the HADO 20, you are only allowed to have a maximum of 20 points spent across your abilities across the team, which means of the 6 bonus points each player gets, so 18 bonus points the team has, 10 of those bonus points must remain unspent. So the teams are all operating basically on lowered resources, lowered stats, and you get quite a lot of variation. We've seen games where the points are spread fairly evenly across the teams to give everyone a little bit of something. League 1, we tend to see a meta where you have a fully powered up player who's on an assassin style build, a defense shielding player with the remaining 2 points from the team's collection spent on shields, and one player who's there basically just to grab attention and dodge and try not to give points away to the opposing team. So we tend to see more of a trend towards firepower or a general team spread as you've gone down to the lower divisions. Nice aggressive opening setup there from USA. And yep, so USA have followed the League 1 meta there. They've got shielder and a shooter, whereas Wolfpack have gone for spread across the whole team, which currently seems to be working for Wolfpack there. 2 points up with 20 seconds played. Shield on the front corner there being allowed to stay in play for a little too long, but USA really not using it or capitalising on its existence, so not making a great deal of difference that Wolfpack took a little while to get rid of it. Much stronger centre shield just gone in. USA getting their first points on the board here, and we're already past the halfway mark. But pulling it back now, 3 points to 2, 30 seconds to play. 6-2. Wolfpack reasserting their lead there, keeping that 4-point difference, because you need a full team wipeout and another score just to even it. 5-point difference now. 4 points again, coming into the last 10 seconds. This is generally where we see Wolfpack picking up the pace and Universe A suffering. So a gap like that in these last few seconds, this is without doubt Wolfpack's game and Wolfpack's most probably match at this point. I believe that's Wolfpack takes the match there. Still one game to play in the sequence, but really nice play there from Wolfpack. Given the difference in the two metas there, generally as I said, we see the Universe A meta was what was on their point score, was what we see up in the League One Premiership. And is definitely generally perceived to be the better stat mix. Wolfpack very clearly proving that's not necessarily the case, with a very different build and setup there across the team. So on our waiting on our final 100-second countdown as we move into Game 7 here of the final match of the UK HADO December League Tournament. Game 7, we are back to our 3v3 freestyles. There is no restriction on the players. They can make whatever choices they like in terms of their stat spend and how they're going to look to play this final game. The Wolfpack took this in Game 1 of this match on the previous freestyle. Be interested to see whether the Universe A shift their tactics around in any way to try to counter what they faced in that first game. Players are pretty much set. Just waiting for our 100 seconds to finish ticking its way down. Don't forget, while you're here, do all those lovely like, subscribe, share, and following on from this, we'll have our final video from this season going up, sequence going up, which is of our promotion and relegation matches. But here we go, Game 7. Here we go, Game 7. A little bit slow off the movement mark there from Wolfpack, but not seeming to cause them any real problems there. 2 points on the board already. Holding a single point lead there against Universe A. Both teams going point to point there, matching each other. Small lead opening up for Wolfpack. Nice ground slide there across the front line from Wolfpack. Shifting body height, moving low across the pitch at speed. Going to be a huge advantage to get yourself underneath barrages of fire and keeping yourself in play. And obviously, getting lines of fire to target into the wrong locations. 3-point lead here for Wolfpack, 2-point lead now. Back to 3, it's coming up on 20 seconds remaining. Universe A really need to step up the game here. We've seen repeatedly that Wolfpack in this last sort of like 15 seconds or so hugely accelerate, and so having them have a lead as you come into here is very, very dangerous to Universe A. Need to try and strike back at all if they can. Dying seconds of the game now, and that is a win for Wolfpack in Game 7. So that is a match win for Wolfpack, giving them 2 match wins, meaning that Wolfpack win the Championship Division. So we'll be going ahead to challenge Barnsley as who are the lowest ranked team in League 2 of the Premiership. So those, and we also have the Boss, who are the lowest ranked team in League 1, facing off against RGN Blades, who are the winners of League 2. So we have those 2 promotion relegation matches coming up next, and they will be done as a single video. Back-to-back games. Promotion relegation matches are all done as best of 3 rather than the full league format. So a little bit quicker on the way to play through. But obviously make sure you follow on after this one to see those, and that will see how we sort of like teams move up and down between the divisions, and where we're going to be set for the next round. So like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Check out the next videos, and we'll see you soon.